Quiet in the courtroom, please. Yeah, this is case number 510 on the calendar in the matter of Lovegren versus DiNardo. Parties have been sworn in, Judge.
Excellent.
You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Mr. Lovegren, according to your complaint, you did what a lot of other people are doing these days, and you bought something off the internet. What you bought was what you thought was a rare comic book, rare and valuable comic book from Mr. DiNardo, who would put it on the internet. You paid him the money, and when you got the comic book, it turned out to be, according to you, not what you had bargained for. Mr. DiNardo says you got exactly what you bargained for. He sent you the comic book that he had, in fact, advertised on eBay or what?
Correct, ma'am.
What kind of comic book was this, Mr. Lundgren?
Your Honor, this is an Incredible Hulk comic book, number 181. To collectors, it's a rare comic. It introduces a major character from Marvel Comics, the Wolverine, which means nothing except to a comic collector. It makes it very desirable.
You're interested in this? All right, let me see the advertisement, please. They put it up on the internet. Somebody puts it on, so I have this for sale.
This is the actual eBay advertisement.
That's what I want to see.
Nice taste.
Okay. This says, Mr. DiNardo, and I just want to know if you put this up on the internet. 9.9, the rare, mint, sought-after original. Bidding has ended for this item. Starting bid, $1,200. And then the description. I am looking for a good new home for my issue of the Incredible Hulk, number 181. This book has given me years of enjoyment. I can only hope the new owner gives this treasure the respect and caring it deserves. Oy.
Obviously, I'm a novice. I'm not a professional. He's...
Okay, no, listen to me.
Okay.
All I want to know, sir, is this what you put on the machine? On the computer?
That is one of the items I put on the machine.
Okay.
Not the one that we consummated for price on.
Well, just a second. We're not there yet, sir.
Okay, I'm just clarifying.
No, you're not clarifying at all. You're going to listen to me. You're going to answer my questions, because in the unlikely event that you think that because I don't know a computer from a hole in the wall,
never said that,
you're going to be able to fool, and I don't know a computer from the hole in the wall, but I do know legitimate versus scam. That's what I do know.
There was no scam.
Listen to me, sir. He sent you $1,200? No. How much did he send you?
$1,500.
Okay, so there was a bidding on this.
No, he had called me behind eBay's back, which is against the law.
Okay, so he called, just a second, so he contacted you? Correctly.
After I've took that off.
What was the date he contacted you?
I think it was November 15th.
Is that when you contacted him?
It would have been the 13th. I probably sent him an email.
Okay, and what did you say in the email?
The email basically would say, I see your comic did not sell, and I asked if the book was still available. He sent me an email on November 12th.
Can I see it, please?
The book is still available, and it's got his phone number on it.
So you called him?
Yes, I called him, and it was probably the 15th that we got together on the phone.
Okay, called him, he called you, whatever. You got together on the 15th, and did you make a deal for this comic book?
Yes, and I asked him, one, because as you can see, the picture of that book is a CGC-graded comic. A comic like that comes encased in a clear plastic case. It's sealed in here. It is not counterfeitable. It has a barcode. It's registered with the company that grades it.
That's one that you got. That's not this one.
Right. That's just a sample comic, just to show you what it is. I asked him when I talked to him, now this is a CGC-graded book at 9.9. He said it was. I said, and you have the receipt for that? And he said he did. That convinced me we were dealing with the real thing.
Okay. We
agreed on a price of $1,500 then, and I wanted to try and pick it up the next day. I called him back.
Because you realized, sir, if you made this deal for $1,500, that was an incredible bargain.
Yes.
Because the value of it was how much?
I figured it could be worth $20,000.
Okay. So you thought that you had some dumb guy who didn't know what he had.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
It happens.
I know it happens. There are a lot of dumb people out there.
Right, and I'm one of them because I sent them the money.
Because you got a piece of junk and he's got you $1,500.
Right, exactly. Yep.
Go ahead.
So anyway, I tried to call him back an hour later because I had to arrange to We're 6 hours away.
Let me ask you a question. Cut to the chase. You sent him the $1,500.
I wanted to drive up there and pick it up. That way, I give you the money, I got the book. It didn't happen. Due to my job and maybe his, I don't know, we couldn't get together. On the 22nd, he called up and talked to my wife. He said that he was going to send the comic down to us. If I liked it, I could send him the money. I said, well, that's an incredibly generous offer. On the 25th, we got a call back that said his wife wouldn't let him send the book. Not without it being paid for.
Sure. Right?
A
Can't blame
lot
that.
of scammers out there.
Shh.
Sorry.
During that conversation, I said, well, I believed he had this book, that it was a 9.9 graded book. We arranged to wire the money, and that cost $109, actually, plus the $20 shipping.
Still would be nothing if you could sell it for 20 grand.
Absolutely. And I got to tell you, my wife is sitting there, and, you know, you're thinking I'm a nut and stuff, but I don't spend $1,500 on a comic. I never have. In this case, I would, and the only way my wife would let me do that would be I said, look, I sell the comic, you keep the money. So anyway, I proceeded to wire Ray the money.
Sounds like she's the only one who's got a brain here.
Yeah.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He's already admitted
Listen to me.
malice.
Listen to me. No, he just thought you were a schlemiel. He didn't realize that you were a scam artist.
And later today,
Her children were coming to my house because they were starving, and I'm not using the term lightly.
Where are your children now?
My children are in foster care, Your Honor.
How long have you been involved with drugs?
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. James Lovegren says he was ripped off by Raymond Donardo when he bought an Incredible Hulk comic book from him on eBay.
You wired the money, he sent you the comic book, and it wasn't what you thought it was.
What it is this is strictly graded, and I could consider myself a professional grader. This book grades very good to fine condition. On a scale of 1 to 10, the 9.9 is on a scale of 10. This is about a 5.5. Its value is about $300.
And so you contacted him immediately and you said, send me my money back.
Yeah, I said, I don't know, you know.
When you put this 9.9 comic book on eBay, did you or did you not own it at the time you put it on eBay?
I did not.
Right. How could you offer to sell something that you didn't own?
Because I was supposed to own it by the end of the bidding time, but that deal fell through. So that's where the problem is.
That's a big problem.
Correct.
You can't put something on eBay that you don't own.
Why can't I?
Why? Because that's
Dealerships
like
put
that.
cars on eBay that are on consignment. They technically do not own the vehicle.
Having something on consignment, sir, is having a legitimate right to sell it.
Okay.
You don't have a legitimate right to offer something for sale that you don't own.
Okay.
And they just so happened to say, I will sell you this 9.9, and it happened to be the same comic book that you had that was that one, right? Same comic book, different condition, right?
Correct.
Karnak. What are the statistical probabilities of one schlepper who knows nothing about comic books having a nexus to two of the same comic books, The Incredible Hulk, at the same moment in history, and putting them on eBay at the same moment in history, one that's worth $300 and one that's worth $20,000? One in 10 million?
More than that.
More than that.
They're
One in, I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to my friend over here. One in 20 million?
Probably more than that.
So now I want you, Mr. Donardo, to reduce what Bird, who is a very conservative man, by the way, has calculated at a 1 in 20 million plus probability of you having your hands on the same two magazines at the same moment in history when he wanted to buy it. Reduce that for me.
Okay. Actually, it was a week apart, but I had no idea that somebody that had sold so many comic books would think that he would be getting a $1,500 comic book that was sold for $20,000. It just did. I assumed that he was talking about the comic book that I originally had sold. It just doesn't make any sense that he would think, oh, okay, this comic book I'm getting for $1,500, and I'm going to make $18,000 off of that. Does that make any sense? It doesn't. He went behind eBay's back, which is illegal.
Just a second, did you hang up the phone on him?
No, I did not. But he's already admitted
Listen to me.
malice.
Listen to me. No, he just thought you were a schlemiel.
Uh-oh.
He just thought you were a schlemiel. He didn't realize that you were a scam artist. There's a difference between being a schlemiel and a scam artist. Let's say you go into somebody's house that's having a tag sale and you see this comic book in a big old bin of junk that they say, listen, you can buy the whole barrel of stuff for $10. She says, I'm spending $10. This is worth $20,000. That's how a lot of people get paintings and wonderful pieces of antique stuff, because one man's treasure is another man's junk. You see, me, I wouldn't pay a quarter for this because it just doesn't appeal to me, right? Your wife wouldn't pay a quarter for this unless you told her you'd give her the profit, because she's just not interested. But what you did, sir, you see the statistical probabilities of you auctioning off around the same time two of the exact same magazines and one of the ads, putting down here. You have the other ad, by the way?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. You don't? Why wouldn't you have the other ad?
Because I moved and the computer...
Because you moved. Where?
It's on eBay
Listen to me. Listen to me, sir. Move on this.
Okay.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500.
That's
all.
Can I have the comic book back?
Bye.
All these are excused. You missed up.
Can I have the comic book back?
You may not.
Okay, thank you. Well, I had a client at work that was willing to sell me the book for $3,000.
I was told there is only one in existence. It's owned by a comic shop in Hawaii. Its asking price is $50,000.
Never sold a comic book, never used the eBay before, never sold or bought, and will probably not again.
It's all scam.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Popejoy Swihart versus Ward. Step forward, please.
Student Rachel Popejoy and her father, Dwayne Swihart, are suing their former friend, systems analyst Margaret Ward, for misappropriating bail money meant for Rachel. Margaret says she used the money to buy food for Rachel's kids.
Miss Popejoy, you were arrested.
Yes, Your Honor.
When?
On November the 12th.
What were you arrested for?
I was arrested for willful reckless driving, driving on suspension, and no proof of insurance.
And this was the first time you were arrested for something like that, because
Correct.
they fix very high bail.
Right.
And this is your complaint. You contacted your father.
Correct.
Told him you were in jail, and could he please wire how much money?
$1,500.
For your bail.
Yes, ma'am.
And he said, probably reluctantly, okay. And he wired the money, because you were living where, sir?
In Michigan.
And where were you living?
Omaha, Nebraska.
You wired the money to Miss Ward, who was a friend of your daughter's.
Correct.
With the instruction to go to court and bail her out.
Correct.
And when you went to court, they said you had been such a bad girl previously that the bail wasn't $1,500, but a lot more. How much?
$5,000 at that point.
Which you didn't have.
Correct.
So Miss Ward took $700 and put it in your prison account so that you could, you know, get toilet paper and toothpaste and magazines and gum and whatever you needed. And she kept $800 for herself.
That's correct, Your Honor.
So that's what we're here for today, the $800 that Miss Ward kept for herself. So, Miss Ward, the ball is now in your court, and you're going to explain to me why you did not return the entire $1,500 to Mr. Swihart.
I first became involved with Rachel in June, and her children were coming to my house because they were starving, and I'm not using the term lightly. They were really hungry.
Were you neighbors?
Yeah, they live about 2 blocks from me.
So you started to give them food?
Mm-hmm. And so I did. I started feeding her children all summer. They came to me, and Shelby about moved in with me, and there were times when she and her boyfriend Jason would leave and they'd lock up the trailer. They wouldn't come back for 2 days. It's 90 degrees outside. They had no water and they had no access to a toilet or anything. They always came to me every time, and I took care of her children all summer.
Okay.
Then somebody called CPS on them, and she came to me and asked me for help. So I bought $250 worth of food because they had nothing, and it took quite a bit to put food in. And they didn't have any electricity and any gas. That had all been shut off. So I went down the following Monday, and I paid her electric bill was $186 so I could keep the food cold, and she promised she would pay me back. About a week after that, her boyfriend Jason came up into our house, and they were coming in all hours of night and day. They would come to our house asking for money, and he stole $225 from me. And then a week after that, he came up and he stole another $200 from my granddaughter. So after I couldn't put the bail money down, I mean, there wasn't enough money. She called me the same day and said she talked to them, and they said to put the $1,500, it was okay to go ahead and put that on her books. Well, I didn't really trust that. So
yeah,
after
but you put only $700 on her books at the prison, and you kept $800.
Yeah, for the money that they had stole from me and the money she promised to pay me back.
Where are your children now?
My children are in foster care, Your Honor.
How old are your children?
15, 12, and 8.
They don't have any relatives who can help take care of them?
I don't have any family in Nebraska, Your Honor.
What about you?
We live in Michigan.
That's not Mars.
No, they can move up there anytime they want.
Well, why don't you make an application to the court to take your grandchildren, sir?
They told me they wanted to keep the children with my daughter.
Who did?
The counselors.
Well, are you still with this boyfriend?
Yes, I am. And we're both clean and sober, have been. We go to meetings every single night.
For how long have you been clean and sober?
For almost 90 days, Your Honor. I've completed a parenting class. I've completed a reactive behavior. I've taken several classes.
Listen to me, my darling. How long have you and Jason been involved with drugs?
For probably 6 months.
And what about Jason? How long have you been with Jason?
For about 8 months. I've known him for a couple of years.
Listen to me very carefully. You're not supposed to be a selfish person.
You're right.
Do you think your children would be happier with their grandparents or in strange foster care?
With their grandparents.
Then you tell the social worker that you would love to be reunited with your children at the appropriate time. Now's not it. Probably until Jason has been clean and sober for 3-4 years. Until that time, the children would prefer to be with their grandparents.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, I know you say okay. You're not supposed to be selfish. Miss Ward, bottom line, my dear, you cannot resort to self-help. If you want to sue her for the money that she owes you. And if you want to sue Jason, sue him for the money you say he stole. But you can't take Mr. Swihart's money. Be ridiculous. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $800. That's all.
All right, Judge Hughes, you may step. Yes, this is case number 513 on the calendar in the matter of Lindstrom versus Rivera. Is it Rivera?
Rivera.
Rivera. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. Thank you. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat, please.
Miss Lindstrom, is your former husband here in court today?
Yes, he is, Your Honor.
Is that this gentleman over
Yes,
here?
Your Honor.
Miss Rivera is his sister.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Your former husband picked up your daughter, who was 3 at the time.
That's correct.
And took her to his sister's house in
That's
Texas.
correct, Your Honor.
You didn't know where she was for a period of time.
That's correct.
You ultimately found out where she was.
Correct.
And you are alleging that Miss Rivera kept her secreted from you.
That's correct.
Forcing you to get on a plane, incur expenses to go and get your daughter.
Correct.
In addition, when you got your daughter, Miss Rivera called Child Protective Services, making all kinds of allegations. Shh. That's her complaint. Making all kinds of allegations against you that were ultimately found to be untrue, or the cases were closed as being unfounded, and that she has spread certain other, what you consider malicious statements about you.
Correct.
Miss Rivera says that she was merely trying to be a good aunt and that her concern was not with you, her concern was only with her niece. That's her defense.
Yes,
when were you married to Mr. Tidwell?
November 28th, 1998.
And when was your daughter born?
July 23rd, 2000.
Do you have any other children?
I have 2 other children from a previous marriage.
How old are they?
They are 17-and-a-half-year-old twin girls.
Do they live with you?
They actually attend an all-girls private boarding school. I have full custody of them. They're home on weekends. It's in the same town that I live in. They live on campus during the week.
And when did you and Mr. Tidwell separate?
July 2003, after a restraining order.
Who had the restraining order?
I had a restraining order against him. That's one of multiple.
You have a copy of that?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it.
There's one in July and one in September. Do you want to see both of them?
Well, this is an ex parte application. This is your application. I'd like to see where the court entered an order.
Okay.
Was there a trial?
He pleaded no contest.
So there was no trial, and he consented to the entry of the order of protection?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that correct, Mr. Tidwell?
That's very correct.
All right, so that's akin to a plea of guilty. Can I see the final order, please?
Okay, this is the order renewing it this year, and it was renewed, I want to say, in part to the harassment of the defendant. It's written in this order.
May I see it, please?
Your
Mr.
Honor?
Tidwell, would you stand up for a second, please, sir? Why did you choose not to appear when the application was made to renew the order of protection?
No, I chose to appear, and I asked my lawyer to be there, and he chose not to appear.
Did you consent to this order being extended?
No, I tried to contest it. I was representing myself.
So you contested it?
Yes.
And you offered testimony before the court?
What I could get in without...
Whatever. You offered testimony, Mr. Tidwell.
Yes, ma'am.
And after hearing your former wife and you, the court extended the order for another 12 months?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you can sit down.
Thank you.
All right, you separated in July of 2003 as a result of these allegations.
Correct.
When did your former husband take your daughter from daycare?
He took her on September 2nd, 2003. He picked her up from daycare and left a Post-it note that he was taking her. He then went to Mississippi and then to Texas, where the defendant lives.
Okay. In September of 2003, was there in existence a custody order with regard to your daughter?
No, Your Honor, there was not.
At the time that you went in to file this ex parte application for a protective order, your daughter was still with you?
The first one she was.
I'm talking about the first one.
Yes, July she was.
And this was good until when?
That was a 10-day order. I did not show up because he threatened to kidnap my daughter if I, in fact, went to court.
Okay. But at this time, it says he was to stay at least 100 yards away. You did not follow through with this lapse.
That's correct.
Okay, I got it. Now, when he picked up your child from daycare, there came a time that he took her to your house. When was that?
He arrived at my house probably around September 7th, 8th.
Had you been expecting him? Is not an answer,
yes,
Ms. Rivera.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay. What did he tell you as far as coming to you with Autumn?
He was crying and screaming and telling me that the situation was just really out of control and he didn't know what he was going to do.
And what did you tell him when he said he was coming to bring Autumn to you?
Oh, I told him I'd be happy to see him and Autumn.
How long did he stay with you?
He stayed till September 14th.
And then where did he go?
And then he went to Memphis.
For what?
Tennessee. He was trying to find a job and get housing and daycare set up and get prepared for what was about to happen.
And he left Autumn with you?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a registered child care provider.
I don't care whether you're a child care provider or Mother Teresa.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
This was sent to multiple agencies in North Carolina.
No, that's not
I was
true.
contacted.
Don't speak! You took. No. I'm speaking! You didn't even hear what I had to say yet.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Linda Lindstrom says after her ex-husband kidnapped their daughter, his sister, Janine Rivera, harbored the girl. Janine claims she and her brother took action because Linda is mentally unstable.
Okay. From when he arrived on the 7th of September to the 14th of September, did you, in fact, have any conversation with the plaintiff?
Yes.
Tell me about that conversation.
Oh, there were many. She had been calling me numerous. I have the phone bills.
Okay. She had been calling you at that point numerous times trying to find out where your brother was and where her daughter was.
Yes, ma'am.
And when he arrived, did you call her and let her know?
I had him call her and let her know.
Were you present
Yes.
when he made that phone call? I'd like you to tell me what you overheard.
I heard him telling her to get some help for herself and get healthy for her daughter, to please go check herself into a hospital. Do something positive is what he told her. Do something positive to show me that you're capable of taking care of my daughter.
Okay. What information did he give you, Ms. Rivera, that suggested to you that the plaintiff needed to get any help whatsoever?
He gave me a lot of information over the years. And she's given me a lot of information over the years.
Let's go to what she has given you, not he.
Okay. I know has anorexic nervosa. I know she has a lot of mental illnesses, and she told me, you know, she can't fix her. It'll never be fixed. That it's a biological, chemical thing. When this first happened, I was trying to talk to her to make sure she didn't hurt herself, because I knew he was leaving her. And he left Autumn in her care when he left her. He left her a month before this all started. Because she did on the 29th, she called 911 for the 100th time on my brother because he raised his voice or something.
Well, you weren't there, so you don't know what happened. But you have to remember that your brother admitted to being abusive, because when you consent to the entry of a protective order and you know that the issue of custody is lurking, you can either fight it.
Your Honor, he had bad counsel.
Don't tell me he had bad counsel. But listen to me.
It's been a nightmare.
Listen to me. You know, I hear a lot of excuses, but when you consent to the entry of a protective order, you can't come into court and say, I didn't understand, I had a bad lawyer, and the fact that he went before a judge on the extension of that protective order a year later suggests to me that the judge found that he has a problem. He's a smart enough man to plan on picking up his daughter at daycare, bringing her to you in a different state, then traveling to yet another state in order to secure a job and housing. All that requires a certain amount of planning, not something that somebody who is mentally challenged does. Do you understand, Ms. Rivera?
Right.
Okay.
Your Honor, can I say one thing? During the month of August, in fact, Mr. Tidwell was out of the state, and if, in fact, these people were so concerned with the health and safety of my child, why during the month of August was CPS not called? Was a neighbor not called? Was the police not called? Nobody was ever called to check on the child.
Okay.
Never.
Okay. Where do you come from?
Originally New York. North Carolina is where my home state is.
Okay, so you were in North Carolina.
That's correct.
This happened in North Carolina. And is that where you were married to Mr. Tidwell?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So you removed the child from the child's home state.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't do that.
Excuse me, may I stand?
Mm-hmm. You sure can.
Thank you. I was planning a very short trip. All I asked Linda to do was to get some help while I took my daughter to a safe haven. And
Mr. Tidwell, did you tell her that you were taking your child out of daycare before or after you took the child out of daycare?
I had told her a long time ago she needed...
I'm not talking a long time ago that you told her she needed help. I'm saying that the day you came to take your daughter out of daycare, had you given your wife warning that day or the day before that it was your intention to pick her up that day?
On my daughter's birthday, I gave her warning that I would be taking my daughter if she didn't do something to get help. Okay?
Mr. Tidwell, you had a choice, sir. You chose self-help rather than going to court. You and the plaintiff separated. The child remained with her. You had at least a month to go into court in North Carolina and say, I believe that I am the more qualified parent. My wife has certain incapacities. The best interests of the child require that she stay with me. I'd like you to look into it because here are where all the records are. You go to Memphis, Tennessee, sir. How are they going to get her records and your records and the child's records? How are they going to get that?
Your Honor, I'm no lawyer. I didn't know what legal process was.
Sit down, Mr. Tidwell. I don't believe that, sir. You knew enough to get a lawyer after this trouble started, even though you say you didn't like your lawyer, and the lawyer didn't. Put your hand down.
3.
3 lawyers?
Exactly. 3 lawyers.
Listen to me, Miss Rivera. Everybody can't be wrong. Everybody can't be wrong.
Your Honor, she's been in the system in North Carolina for years.
Listen to me, even more important, Miss Rivera, because if she were in the system, quiet. If she were in the system, as you suggest, for years, then the courts in North Carolina, the family court, I'm speaking, the family court in North Carolina is the court to say, this is somebody that we really have to look at. She has a history in North Carolina. Why would you take her to Tennessee, where she has no history of being in the system, when you have a place that has easy access to those records where your brother, if he was the right person to be in control of a 3-year-old, would have a much better shot.
Can I explain?
You're not going to be able to explain to my satisfaction.
She's had counselors coming into the home while they were married. They've seen what's going on.
When was the last time, Ms. Rivera, that you spent more than 2 days in their home in North Carolina?
I've never been there.
What?
I've never been to her home. But...
I'm just asking you a question. You're laughing.
No.
You've never been to her home.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Linda Lindstrom claims ex-sister-in-law Janine Rivera helped to kidnap her daughter.
Now, I want you to look at the objective data. Objective. Not what you spoke to her about, what your brother told you, what you surmise. This is the objective data. Your brother was married to her, lived with her in their home state of North Carolina from 1998 to 2003. He left the home in July, leaving his 3-year-old daughter in her care. 2 months later, without warning, he goes to the school, takes the child, and removes the child from the child's home state. Takes her to you, drops her off. Goes to yet a third state.
No, Your Honor.
Well, that's exactly what happened. That's what you told me.
He stayed a week and was trying to get everything in order because he knew what this was.
Getting everything in order, Miss Rivera, you know. When was the last time that your brother initiated a petition in North Carolina Family Court to have regular visitation with his daughter?
I asked my lawyer to do all that.
But when?
I can't tell you because he hasn't been doing his job.
You have zero sympathy factor, sir. Zero to me.
That's all we've been getting.
Zero. Yeah, you don't get it.
It's not about us, though. We don't want sympathy. We want something for Autumn.
That's right.
Your Honor, I want to hand up to you this evidence. This is evidence that disputes the email, which I will also hand up to you the email. It's a letter from her daycare, from my doctor. I would like you to take a look at all
I have
this.
some, too, Your Honor.
It all disputes the email that she wrote. It was a vicious, vindictive attempt on her. This was sent to multiple agencies in North Carolina.
No, that's not
I was
true.
contacted.
Don't speak!
Okay.
I was contacted by the guardian ad litem. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
When was the last time that Ms. Rivera made reports?
That email is the last one that I am aware of.
October 15th to 2004?
Yes, she called me deviant. She accused me of Munchausen syndrome.
Shh, I'm going to read it.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Your Honor, I also have evidence.
Just a second. I'm reading something.
I apologize.
Who are these two people that you sent this email to? Who are those people?
With North Carolina Legal Aid. I was trying to get help.
Legal aid?
Your Honor, can I show you why I did that?
I'll see what you have to show me
Yes,
that
ma'am.
inspired you to write this letter.
This is in her own words, and this is the letter. I don't know if you, did you have that? And this is show my intent. That paragraph.
Just a second.
This is to show I had no intent to harm Linda. Those are my own notes. I'm sorry.
So let me understand. What you did was you took...
No.
I'm speaking! You didn't even hear what I had to say yet before you said no.
I'm sorry.
Put your papers down. What you did was, not your brother, what you did was you took her responses to depositions that she made in response to a divorce action in February of 2004, and in October of 2004, you wrote this email and incorporated, because this is what you say the basis of your knowledge is.
No, ma'am.
You just gave this to me.
No, I'm sorry. That was what she was referring to.
No,
The letter
madam.
I wrote on October 15th. I have bazillion letters I wrote before that.
No, listen.
When this first started, there's so many to everyone, to the President of the United States.
Listen to me. You're a nut. And your brother is a nut. I'm telling you, as a family court judge, I get letters like this all the time.
I'm sorry.
And the only time that I get letters, Ms. Rivera, the only time that I get letters like this, when the objective data suggests to me, I'm not saying that she's mentally healthy. I'm not making that judgment at all. Why don't you listen? Why don't you listen?
Yes,
the most important thing that I have seen so far is in 2 years, according to your brother, he has not himself, not with a lawyer, because you don't need a lawyer to go into the family court in any jurisdiction in this country. He has not himself gone into court and said, please, I am the better custodial parent, and I want to file a custody petition and or a petition to regularly visit with my child. Not according to him, once. He's talked to lawyers, they're all no good. He's had 3 lawyers according to you. Everybody's tried to screw him over. Nobody has represented him properly, so you have taken it upon yourself.
The devil is in the details.
I'm speaking. You have taken it upon yourself to embark upon a course of conduct
to help my niece. It's all about
the President of the United States can't help your daughter, madam. A judge in the family court in North Carolina.
We wrote them. We call.
You don't write them.
Child Protective Services.
Miss Rivera, either you're thick, and I'm not suggesting that she's mentally healthy, but what I'm suggesting to you is that there's something wrong with you. Because right here in the United States of America, we have a judicial process, and the judicial process says that.
We tried it.
Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $5,000. You don't get it.
Now, this is case number 501 on the calendar in the matter of Ogden versus Bentley. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have a seat.
Miss Ogden, this is your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
According to your complaint, your daughter asked you for a series of loans.
Yes, ma'am.
She had gotten into some trouble.
Yes, ma'am.
Possibly trouble that could have ended her up in very hot water. And she agreed to pay you back. She did not.
Yes,
in addition to that, you co-signed for a car for her. The car was eventually repossessed. She says at your suggestion, therefore she owes you nothing for the car. And your daughter says that you did in fact give her some money when she got into trouble. In exchange for that, she waited on you hand and foot like a slave, and if you had to pay somebody to take care of you, it would have cost you a lot more than what she actually took from you. Is that your defense?
That's a lie.
Shh.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct.
That's your defense. How old are you?
I'm 32.
What kind of trouble did you get into, Miss Bentley?
I was picked up with a sale of drugs.
Drug sale?
Yes, ma'am. I haven't been charged yet, but I was picked up for that.
When was that?
That was September 1st, 2004.
Are those charges still pending?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a lawyer involved in that case? What did you need money for?
Well, whenever I first moved, my mom offered me a place to stay, to get back on my feet, to get cleaned up and stay out of trouble. And I took her up on it, and I had a couple of hot checks.
What do you mean hot checks?
Well, I mean, I had written a couple of checks, and they weren't covered. I thought the money was in the bank, but it wasn't.
So you needed money?
Right. She offered. I didn't ask.
How much money did you need?
That was, I think that was $250 at that time. And there was also an incident where I was going through a divorce at the same time, and I had my ex filed telephone harassment on me. And so I also had to fine for that for court. I didn't ask her to pay. Again, she offered. I was going to come up with the money.
You were going to come up with the money.
Right.
How much was that?
$500.
Does your mother work?
Nope.
How does she support herself?
My stepdad pays our bills.
So she's married and she lives with her husband?
Yes.
So it really is the income that's coming into the house is his income.
Right. She loans it out to other family members just like she did me.
She offers it to other family members with the understanding that they're not going to pay her back.
Or that they will if they can, whenever. If they don't, she wants it right then, then she wants it right then.
Who are you?
Her witness, Robert Dillahunter.
How is he related to you?
He's my boyfriend. He was there whenever she offered to pay some of the bills for me and stuff.
Was he also arrested on these drug charges?
Yes, ma'am.
You have the same lawyer or a different lawyer?
Different lawyers.
That's a good idea. You understand why you have a different lawyer, don't you?
No.
Because eventually one of you is going to put it on the other.
Amen.
Well, that's going to happen.
They both
that's
lie
why,
like dogs.
That's why I have two different lawyers. So let's deal with the $750.
Well, totally it is $244.54 for your hot checks for you.
Okay, she said $250. It's close enough. What's next?
And the other one, I had just gotten out of the hospital on Wednesday night, and I get a phone call the next morning around 10 a.m. on Thursday from Robert Dillahunty's mother, Margaret Dillahunty, saying that Shannon had to have $404 or she was going to go to jail. Well, I had no other way to get it. My twin was sick. She couldn't go take it. I paid Mr. Deaton by telephone, and he charged me an extra $100 to do it.
Okay. Well, once you turned over the money, tell me about the discussion you had with your daughter.
Well, she knew she had to pay me back. I told her, I said, Shannon Michelle, I ain't growing money on trees. She knows she got to pay me back.
No, Miss Ogden, listen to me very carefully. I want to know what you said to her and what she said to you when you finally saw her after you paid this money.
She said, Mother, I'll get a job. As soon as I get my job, I'll pay you back. And as soon as I cash my stocks in, I'll pay you back. I've heard this and heard that.
Just a second. Did she ever get a job?
No, but she got offered one. She wouldn't take it.
Did she ever sell her stocks? What kind of stocks do you have?
There were some my dad, he passed away in 2002. There were some he had with Dow back from like the 70s. It was just a few $1,000s worth.
So what'd you do with the money?
I'm having them transferred right now into
To
my
what?
name, because I was executrix of his estate. And Judge, I couldn't get a job because, I mean, I pretty much did everything for her. When I moved in,
is a lie.
I did
Miss
everything.
Ogden.
I did everything for the woman. I mean, I cleaned. She, get me something to drink, get me a beer, get me this. I mean, she was constantly, it never.
So what?
I mean, how was her maid? How could I get a job?
Miss Bentley.
I did the best I could.
Bentley, you're
look.
not there now. You're not taking care of your mother now. Why can't you get a job now?
I can. I'm looking. I'm going to school full time, and I'm looking for work.
Look, listen to me. You have children?
Yes, ma'am, too.
Your children don't live with you.
No, ma'am.
They live with their father.
They live with his parents.
Or with his parents.
Yes, ma'am.
They don't live with you.
Right.
Or him.
Right.
Amen.
Ditto to that.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Your problem is that you've had a windfall of money. According to your mother, $375,000.
I have a house paid for, I have a car paid for, I have...
Lufkin Police Department has it.
And later today,
I got mad and I went and I took a baseball bat to the back window.
Who was in the car at the time?
Her daughter was in the car.
Her baby was in the car.
And I did not know that at the time.
No, I told him.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sherry Ogden says her daughter, Shannon Bentley, owes for loans she made while Shannon was trying to get clean. Shannon says because of drugs, she lost everything.
This is not the time for a 32-year-old woman to be in school full-time, my dear. This is the time for a 32-year-old woman to be in school part-time and working. Because if you have children who are being taken care of by their paternal grandparents, in addition to paying your mother back for the money she laid out to keep you out of jail, you should be sending support for your children. How's that for an eye-opener?
I agree. You're right. I mean, I've looked for a job.
You're not looking hard enough, honey. Anybody can get a job.
Thank you.
Anybody can get a job. Fast food, drying cars at a car wash. Anybody can get a job. Your problem is that you've had a windfall of money. According to your mother, $375,000.
No, ma'am, it wasn't that much.
How much?
It was around $250,000.
$250,000 is $250,000. That's a lot of money.
I have a house paid for, I have a car paid for, I have
Lufkin Police Department has it.
Shh. Listen to me, Miss Ogden. Don't speak.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say to you is, you got a lot of money. That could make you a real lazy behind. But you have responsibility. When was the last time you sent your children support?
I haven't supported them. I've bought clothes for them. And
that's not support. Support is sending their grandparents $500 a month. And I suggest that if you want to be considered a mother at any time in your life, you will start to do that. Get a job and start supporting your children. Because that's what mothers are supposed to do who don't have their children in their custody, just like fathers. But first, you pay your mother back $750 judgment.
Wait, I got $1,250 in there where I loaned her to. It's on there.
Is that for the car? Shh, listen to me. Was that for the car?
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to pay careful attention to me and just listen to me.
Okay.
The car was repossessed.
I had them.
You had them repossess the car.
You know why? I couldn't stand it being in Lufkin, Texas because of her and Dopehead over here. Insurance could elapse on a Friday night. Well, I wouldn't know that Gates got it. Right?
Miss Ogden, I understand. Listen to me. I understand why you felt compelled to repossess the car. But there was no legal reason. There was an emotional reason for you to repossess the car. You said, listen, I'm not crazy about him. I'm not crazy about her. And I'm not going to be stuck with this payment because it could end up on my credit, so I'm going to call them and have the car repossessed. I can understand why you did it. But then you can't get the money back for the tax tags. All right, $750. I'm speaking.
$750.
Listen to me. I'm speaking. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $750.
But Judge,
that's all.
I'm telling you, listen to this tape right here. No, listen. She owed me $1,250.
Right, that's it.
What is your excuse? You messed about.
You liar. She went through all of that money on drugs, and there's her dope head over there with her.
I bought a house, bought cars. I mean, the money's gone. This is true.
She stood there and told her bald-faced lie. I don't even drink beer. She'd get up and get me a beer. She didn't wait on me for no hand or foot and a man in the moon.
Well, she's crazy because, I mean, she takes so many pills, it's pathetic. She's nothing but a pill head.
She sold Vicodins and Zoloft and Prozac to other doctors and stuff in Pasadena.
You know why she goes to school? She gets Pell Grants. That way she can live on it.
My mom has nothing to do with the kids. She can go see them on her own. She don't. She calls them occasionally. She don't leave her house, leave her pill bottle.
Well, I love her. I hope she gets her life straightened out. But if she can't get her life straightened out, she better stay out of mine, because I don't want to go to penitentiary.
I just don't think there'll ever be a relationship. There never has been one. There's never going to be one.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Finnegan versus Cooper. Step forward, please.
19-year-old warehouse worker Justin Finnegan is suing 28-year-old student Catherine Cooper for backing into his car. Catherine says Justin was illegally parked.
Mr. Finnegan, it is your claim that Miss Cooper damaged your car by backing into it.
Yes, that is correct.
And you want her to pay for the damage that was done to your car. Miss Cooper says that your car is, or was, I don't know if it's still in existence, an illegally parked piece of junk. Okay, where did this happen, Mr. Finnegan? No, listen to me. I didn't ask you to show me. It's not show and tell. Where did it happen?
We were at the apartment complex.
At an apartment complex?
Yes.
Whose apartment complex?
Her old apartment complex and my witness Matt's apartment complex.
You don't live there?
No, I do not.
What were you doing there?
I was visiting with my friend Matthew.
When?
September 20th.
2004.
Yes, that's correct.
Now you can go over to your chart and show me where your car was.
Okay.
You say your car was parked.
Yes. No, it was still running. I had forgot my wallet, and I was parked right here.
Well, that says driveway. It's written there, driveway. So you left your car running in the driveway. Where had your car been parked, Mr. Finnegan?
My car was parked right here.
That says friend's car.
When we had left, no one was there. That was where I was parked.
Okay, so that space, you were occupying that space, and then you backed out into the driveway, left your car running, and went back inside to get a wallet?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, now my question to you is, why didn't you pull back into the parking space?
Because we were just running in real quick.
Not we. Don't say we. You were driving?
Yeah.
It's your car, not we
That's
were running in. Who ran in? How many people did it take to get a wallet?
I ran in real quick to grab the wallet.
So you were driving. So my question to you is, why didn't you pull back into the parking space?
I wasn't going to take that long. I was just running and grab the wallet and turn around.
It was long enough for somebody to hit your car.
She was backing out.
It was long enough for somebody to hit your car.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Justin Finnegan says his car was damaged when Catherine Cooper backed into him. Catherine says Justin retaliated by breaking out her rear window with a baseball bat.
Then what happened, Mr. Finnegan?
I had grabbed the wallet, turned around, came out the front door, and we started yelling because she was coming close to the car. And
who's we?
Me and my witness Matt, and I had another friend outside, and we were all yelling, "Watch out, watch out."
Just a second. Where was this witness?
We were, he
not we.
Matt was standing right here, right outside of the
He was
car
standing on the
grass.
grass. What was he doing there?
He had got out to talk to someone.
And she hit your car?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, show me.
Okay.
What's this house? Picture of a house.
That one is a picture of the pole.
What does the pole have to do with this?
I was just showing that she has broke that pole several times with her vehicle.
I want to see a picture of your whole car, sir.
The whole car? We don't have one of the full car.
Why not?
Because I just took a picture of
What's
only
this
the
plural? What's a we?
Sorry.
I want to see a picture of the whole car. She says that this is a gray car that you've painted with house paint. Looks like that to me on this little thing over here, because that has to go to your damages, sir. Is this car painted with house paint?
No, it's primer. It was red.
Primer. Who painted it with primer?
It was primered when I had bought it. I was getting ready for paint.
How long have you had it?
I had it for a year.
Did you ever have it painted?
I haven't had it yet. It's sitting in the shop right now.
Why?
Because I was rebuilding the car.
All right, Miss Cooper, I'll hear you.
Okay.
That's part of the 20th of September, 2004. You backed into his car.
Yes, I did. And right after that happened, I got all his friends. There was more than that many people out, and they surrounded me, and they were yelling at me and calling me all kinds of horrible names. And I told them, fine, I'll just pay you. I was on my way to work, So I left after that. I needed to get out of there. There was a bunch of teenagers, and they were all partying. There's a lot of traffic in and out of the place all the time. And they all started harassing me, and the harassment never ended.
Okay, so you backed into his car?
Yeah.
You didn't see it?
I didn't see it. There was a car parked next to me. I was parked in my normal parking spot, and
I see where you say your car was parked.
Okay.
Now, what happened then, Mr. Finnegan? She didn't pay you for it, is that right?
Yes. She had asked me to bring her an estimate, and she would make payments for it.
Fine. Did you bring her an estimate?
Yes, I did.
Was it a reasonable estimate?
Yes.
What was it for?
It was $670.20.
How much did you pay for the car?
I paid $2,000 for the car.
What year, make, and model car is it?
It's a 1990 Honda Civic.
Did you buy it in primer coat?
Yes, I did.
And you paid $2,000 for it?
That is correct.
Somebody saw you coming. So you gave her this estimate. Go ahead. What happened next?
And I had waited. She had said she was waiting on a check, and I had said, okay. And I had came back to her, and she had said, I don't have the money. I just started a new job. And I had waited another week or so, and I had came back, and I followed up each week about the money, and every time it was a different story.
Why don't you tell Officer Bird here what you did, sir?
I had asked her about the money, and she said, well, I'm moving, and I don't have the money. And so, out of anger, I got mad, and I went and I took a baseball bat to the back window.
Of what?
Of her vehicle.
Of her car?
That's correct.
Who was in the car at the time?
Her daughter was in the car.
Her baby was in the car?
And I did not know that at the time.
No, I told them.
Shh, 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 shh. Sorry. Got it?
Oh, yeah.
You got your anger out. And you were arrested.
That's correct.
And you pled guilty to vandalism.
It was criminal mischief.
And you were forced to pay restitution.
That is correct.
What do we think, Petrie Hawkins Bird? Evidently, Mr. Finnegan understands how to go to small claims court and file papers.
Apparently.
He even knows how to oversee drawing diagrams.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Finnegan, you think I'm sympathetic to you, sir?
No, ma'am.
You're right. That you're right about. And why do you think I'm not sympathetic to you, Mr. Finnegan?
Because of what I did was not right.
Correct.
In any way, shape,
One
or
thing
form.
was an accident, at least partially caused by your own negligence for leaving your car running in a parking lot where there are children around. Child could have run into the car, driven, hurt themselves, hurt a lot of other people because you couldn't take the time. You must have been off to a very, very important corporate meeting so that you couldn't pull this car back into the parking space, turn off the ignition, and take the key when you went inside to get your wallet. So at least you were partially responsible for what happened to your own piece of junk.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And instead of acting like a grown-up and saying, well, she's not paying me, that's not the right thing to do, maybe it'll cost me $50 to have my car fixed. Instead, you take a baseball bat to her car with her baby in the car sitting in the back seat and smash the window.
Yes, ma'am.
You think that a court is going to be sympathetic to you?
No, ma'am.
You're right. Your case is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Calendar in the matter of Autry versus Bird. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats, please.
Mr. and Mrs. Autry, the defendant was a former employee of yours, according to what I've read. This was some time ago. Same time, he was also a tenant of your mother or your mother-in-law. Whose mother?
My mother.
Your mother,
yes.
Your mother-in-law. It is your claim that a year or more ago, he stole some property from you, damaged some property, ran up a phone bill while he was living with your mother and your mother-in-law, and it caused you to lose wages. Mr. Bird says that he stole nothing, he destroyed nothing, and he's counterclaiming for some money that he says you owe him for work he did on your house while you were on vacation and for some tools that he left in your truck. Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's hear what you think he owes you.
Jeff had been renting a room from Violet, my mother-in-law. She woke up and Jeffrey was gone. She found a note on her kitchen table from Jeff, and she went and noticed that her pistol was gone. She called us then, and we checked for things missing in our house, and we found that the Makita cutoff saw was missing out of our truck. At that time, that was all we noticed that was missing, and because of the note, we called the sheriff's department and made a police report at that time. Over the next several weeks, we found more things missing that were not as noticeable, and we received phone bills.
All right. What proof do you have that Mr. Byrd stole those things?
Well, ma'am, I have a note from him saying that he was sorry.
Well, let me see the note.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry he stole property?
It's not specific. No. I was sorry that I was leaving. And, ma'am, as far as the items coming up...
Just a second. What does this mean? J.D., I'm sorry for everything. It will all be over soon. What does that mean, sir?
Well, that was something of a personal matter. It had nothing to do with any kind of tools or nothing. At the time, I was going through doing drugs and depression and all that, and I had every intention of not being around, but...
So you had intentions of taking your own life?
Yes, at the time.
Did you take any of their property, sir?
No, ma'am, and the property they're talking about that come up missing supposedly after I left, it was missing while I was still working with them. All three of them, I asked every one of them if they thought I took it, and all three of them said no.
What kind of drugs were you involved with, sir?
Ma'am, I've done a little bit of everything.
How were you paying for the drugs?
I was working.
Were you able to make enough money to pay for the drugs? Or did you have to sell some stuff?
No, ma'am. I make good money. I still make good money.
All right, is this the only proof that you have? I'm sorry for everything. It'll all be over soon?
No, ma'am. I also have, when Jeff was arrested after a standoff with the police department, he was arrested with the gun that belonged to Violet Autry at his head.
Okay, so he had that gun. Talking about the other property that you say he took from your house that you found over the course of weeks, what proof do you have that he took anything else from your house?
He was the only one with access to the house. Your Honor, I was told several times before that James's nephews have taken stuff, run up phone bills.
Just a second. You don't have enough proof, Mr. and Mrs. Autry, that he stole property from your house. Let's get to the phone bill.
Okay. The phone bill, at the time the phone call was made, the only people in the house that night were Jeffrey and my mother-in-law, Violet.
Was this your house or her house?
This is her house, but the phone bill is in her name.
Step up, please. Can I see the phone bill? What was the place that was called?
I had to call it to actually find out it's phone sex calls.
Ma'am, phone sex calls have...
It wasn't her.
No, I understand that. But their nephews come in, or her grandsons come in all the time, and they all three told me that has happened before. Just because I was there doesn't mean that I did it, because I didn't, ma'am.
Well, that's what I want to know.
No.
Did you or did you
No,
not?
I did not.
Ma'am, these phone calls were made between, I look at the times, it's 1:56 a.m. until 3:36 a.m., I believe.
What was the date that you moved out of the house, sir?
Oh, ma'am, I couldn't even tell you.
It was in February of 2002, is that right?
Yes, it was sometime in February. The last day I was there was a Tuesday, and as far as when they come back, I wasn't there. I was gone when they come back.
But you were there on the 10th?
I don't know. What day is that?
I don't know what day it is, sir. What day is it today?
I have no idea. I don't keep up with the dates, ma'am.
Good. Well, February 10th. You have nephews that come to the house?
They come to visit me sometimes.
But do they come to your house in the middle of the night?
It's my grandsons, but they don't come during the night.
Yeah, no. Mr. Byrd, maybe you weren't feeling particularly happy that day, but these phone calls are yours. $478.02 because she did not call the sex line.
Ma'am, there was also a lot of nights I wasn't there.
At 1:56 a.m., 2:21 a.m., 2:25, 2:39 a.m., 2:47, 2:50 a.m.
If you'll ask them, they'll also tell you there's a lot of nights I wasn't even there. A lot of nights.
Listen to me, Mr. Byrd. You were doing drugs. I don't know what else you were doing other than drugs, but I know that Violet did not call the sex hotline.
Well, ma'am, I've done a lot of drugs.
But listen to me, Mr. Byrd. I know this is not a tea dance. This is not a give-and-take proposition. I have to make a judgment and make it expeditiously. I don't believe that they have enough evidence to establish that you stole property because that's a much higher standard. Did you steal property? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, and I certainly can't attribute that to you. I can attribute these to you because I look at Violet and I look at you and I say to myself, which one of these two people do I think spent the entire night of February 10th on the phone with some telephone hooker? And my best sense is that it wasn't her. Now, Mr. Byrd, you have a counterclaim, which I'm going to hear, sir. You say that you did some work for these people.
Yes, ma'am.
When they were gone. Tell me about it.
Well, I worked at their house painting a couple of days while they was gone. Like, I had about 30 hours in, plus my tools that are on the truck and my clothes that was left there.
Why didn't you take them?
I just left. I was walking. I didn't have no way of carrying them.
Why couldn't you go get your tools?
Because they was trying to have me arrested at the time.
No. You're making excuses, Mr. Bird. Whatever you left there is abandoned. Let's get to your work that you say you did. Did you owe him any money?
He painted the deck, but we don't know how many hours that took.
Did he finish the deck?
Yes, ma'am, he did.
How many hours did you work on the deck?
I worked 3 days on the deck.
Fine. 3 days on the deck. How much do you get an hour, sir?
$12 an hour.
Is that what you agreed to pay him?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. This is what we have. They owe you $288 for the work that you did on the deck. As far as your tools and other property that you claim that you left there, that's abandoned property. You left, you wrote a goodbye note. Any property that you left there was abandoned. You owe them $478 for the phone bill, because I find that you actually made those phone calls to the sex hotline. That means that on their complaint, they get $190. That's all. Period. Goodbye. Have a happy life.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Well, I'm not sure what kind of friendship is left when you come home from vacation and you've got all this stuff missing.
Well, I think they can get all my money for what I actually worked.
Damages, that kind of shoots the friendship. I don't think I had much to do with that.
As far as the phone calls, that's just what the judge decided.
We didn't think he was doing any drugs or anything at the time. He had seemed to straighten his life out, but that turned out not to be the case. He had relapsed.
I'm glad so.